Hi, you guys. So today's confessional video is a recap of what I think the highlights were from Johnny Depp's testimony and what came out of some of the legal things. I decided to do a short one today because you guys have struggled with the longer ones, and Johnny Depp's was really long, let's face it. So here is my highlight. And then I have a new assessment I'm going to make. Oh, at the end of this, I want to play you new recorded voice conversations. Yeah. Between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I'll also do that in this video because I found it very interesting. That might make it a little bit long at the end, but you guys could just skip that part if you want. Okay, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so I can keep doing this. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. The first highlight is, of course, that Amber Heard's lawyer went on this whole tangent about how she carried in her purse this particular palette, which was like a cover-up palette. If you guys wondered what that was for the guys out there that don't use palettes as often, maybe as women do, there were different color tones, yellow and green and pink. And actually those color schemes are designed to cover up different facets of your face. Like red, you use, I think it was green, and like color spots, use yellow. Anyway, just to, so they had the right idea with this palette for covering bruises. But the problem is that the manufacturer of the particular palette that the attorney used as a prop in her speech.
Kinds of people saw Amber that week, and she didn't have any bruises on her face. Well, let me show you this. This is what Amber carried in her purse for the entire relationship with Johnny Depp. She's an actor. Do you honestly think she would have left her apartment ever without makeup? Do you think that she ever would have wanted other people to see her bruises and her cuts? This was what she used. She became very adept at it. And you're going to hear the testimony from Amber about how she had to mix the different colors for the different days of the bruises.
Which she made sound like it was the specific brand that Amber Heard was using when supposedly Johnny Depp threw the telephone at her face and made a big ding. So Amber Heard's position is that she's been covering up all of Johnny Depp's abuse on her face, and she's been using this palette from this company, Milan.
And that's the unexpected, 'cause I'm an international super spy. Super spy!
So it's very difficult for Amber Heard to testify how she used a palette that didn't exist at the time. So either Amber Heard, made a mistake when she reported to her attorneys that that was the palette she used, and it's a costly mistake because it's going to make her look like a liar, or the manufacturing company that said they didn't make the palette at that time is mistaken. However, they did go and prove it by showing, I guess, in their internal system that the palette was launched in 2017. So the manufacturer, I guess, is going to now be submitting documentation to Johnny Depp's team showing that that palette couldn't possibly be what Amber used. Okay. So that said, I've been studying the case from Johnny Depp's perspective, and what is still very clear to me, Johnny Depp was on ecstasy during his wedding. Johnny Depp did indeed fall in love with Amber when he kissed her on set for the first time, and he was very involved in her casting of the movie Rum Diaries, as I said in my previous first video, which I hope you guys watch. And so what's apparent is, and then of course they showed pictures of Johnny Depp's, drugs and alcohol setup. It was like this really beautifully, so they put this photo together, and I'm speculating how this photo happened. Here it is really quick. Okay, so what I'm thinking is they were high and drunk, and they were at the beginning of the relationship having fun. And, so they made this like really beautifully presentation of his drugs and alcohol and what they were using, probably because, like I said, it did look like an album cover. And I think at the time it probably seemed pretty funny to them because they were high. That's just speculating. Something I would do in that situation, actually, now that I think of it. Anyway, the truth is that Johnny Depp is getting high all the time, it appears, and with lots of different substances. And he's had loads of times where he's cycled on drugs. And Amber seems to partake too, and so does her sister. And they seem like they're digging it. They're into the whole everything scene, like pills and coke. So pretty much what I thought. Now, this is not as unusual as you guys would think. A lot of people fall in love in LA on drugs, and they do them together. And that's how they bond and stay together. And I've had many friends in my time where drugs is even like a part of it's like a deep part of the relationship. Like, they are like when you see them socially, they're going to be high on the same thing together. So this is like a strange LA phenomena maybe, but it's very accepted in LA. So unfortunately, people with real addiction problems, it will enable them to spiral out of control. I don't know if you guys saw the Johnny Depp picture of him on the floor, passed out next to the bed. And I mean, I just think, it's Disasterville. And if everyone's getting high around you, who's going to stop you from getting high? It's like you feel like it's normal. Anyway, Johnny testified that in his UK trial that his assistants would get him whatever he wanted. And yeah, he parties hard. Okay, so remember how we heard that Amber would not let Johnny escape an argument, and that would make him like freak out and be violent or whatever, freak out. And so it was like a weird thing that went on between them. Well, in the Daily Mail recorded voice conversations, it's clear, like this dynamic. I've got to play it for you. But I want to say this. I do feel like they're both narcissists. They both love bomb each other. They both are infatuated with each other. I mean, I still think to this day, by the way, as they sit in court, some of that's happening. And they but they're so they're mind screwing each other constantly. And it's creating this drama that they feed off of together. It's really nuts. But if you know what I know would solve it, if they got so I feel like the only way we're ever going to know Johnny Depp really is if he sobers up. And I don't think Johnny Depp could ever really be in love without he has to become sober to know what love is, because otherwise it's just a plaything that he's getting high with. And Amber Heard has obviously, because it came out that Amber Heard in these voice recordings was a stripper and got arrested a few times. So not only was she abused in her young life, but then she was also these other things. I'm telling you, she's also been put through the mill here. So she's not totally right either. She's self-medicating for different reasons, and she's looking for a guy who doesn't treat her properly. So this is just a recipe for disaster. But I'm starting to I just feel like the only answer is sobriety, unfortunately. And I do think Johnny is going to lose the libel case. And I just did a show, with the TMZ guys. And you should see that show. It's so good. It was really good. It's on their channel. I'll put the link in the description. They just started their channel, so it's really good to support them right now. But what was I going to say? Oh, they were saying that they thought that Johnny Depp was doing this to prove that he's not a wife beater or an abuser. But I'm he's already lost the UK one in that way. And there's nothing at all attractive about how Johnny Depp is looking in this trial. And I mean, Amber's looking like she exaggerated the situation, that she was trying to protect her position by documenting everything, maybe even in a sinister light. But still, if this if you look at how dysfunctional their relationship is, it's not shocking. It's like more like I would expect it. On both sides, by the way. So I'm still standing by my position, which is that Johnny Depp has filed this case because he wants the world to know how totally effed up he is so that he can kind of check out. And by check out, I mean either tell the world to F off because he doesn't care anymore and go get high in a corner, or someone's going to step up and help him. Like, hopefully, I mean, there's someone around him not on the payroll that like cares enough to say, Johnny, you know, sweetheart, you know, this is not, you know, you're not doing yourself any justice by slowly killing yourself in this way. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he's doing, really. He's just killing himself slowly. And I, you know, I just think it's just a shame to stand by and not talk about that, because that's really what's going on. And unfortunately, that comes down to one simple thing, which is he doesn't love himself, and Amber Heard doesn't love herself. They hate themselves. Yeah. So the only way that they can get through their life is to self-medicate. There's a lot of them around. It's very difficult to take a tragic event and try to come out of it in a way that you're not self-harming. But you have to. You just have to, especially if you have children. So, you know, and Johnny Depp kept saying he's really worried about his kids from the fact that Amber Heard, you know, his kids were going to school and hearing that he was a wife beater and all this stuff and making fun of his kids. But you know what? Like, how do you think it's working out now, Johnny, with the drugs everywhere and the coke and the this and the box that says property of JD with like a logo on it with his drugs? So here's some of the recording that Daily Mail got exclusively. I want to say that he's already admitted that Amber and him were like a crime scene waiting to happen. And he said in his own words that they were both physically abusing each other. So that's just that. Okay. Johnny Depp said it. There it is. You know, this is before he's on, you know, in his own case. So, okay, let's listen to some of it. Okay, so here's a part where Johnny is telling Amber how much he loves her. Listen.
Do you want to go to court, Amber? Seriously? Do you want to go to court with this? I'm offering you right now an opportunity for us to make this finish in peace. Peaceful, man. We walk away. You go do what you gotta do. I'll go do what I gotta do. I've been through the fucking hurt. You've been through the fucking hurt. I love you more than anything in life. But I do not want to go into a fucking court with you. I do not want to fucking tarnish your name. I don't want to fucking tarnish. I don't want nothing. I want this to be done peacefully between us. And if you don't like the way that mediation is going, take me back to court, kid. Because I can't. Once they file those papers, we don't turn around, man. And I know you hate me, and I know you I'm telling you now, there is no call. It doesn't need to happen like this. Please, fuck's sake, trust me, man. I was not going to help you in this. Nobody's going to help you in this. I'm trying to help you in this. Regardless of what, trust me, man. I was not going to help you in this. Nobody's going to help you in this. I'm trying to help you in this. I love you. Regardless of whether we're together or not. I love you. And I have loved you. With everything in the fucking world. Whether your love was real or not. I love you. And I want this.
You realize he's been talking to himself the whole time.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Of course, everything I said was not her.
Can you imagine you spill your heart out and the person isn't on the other line because they got It's just so Murphy's Law, isn't it? Even to Johnny Depp, it happens. That's But what becomes clear in that is that he loves her. He loves her. He loves her after she beat the shit out of him and he beat the crap out of her. He loves her. And she, I see, loves him. And I'm going to show you how I get it. But this is where it's kind of warped.
What's next in the media? The rumors that I'm a stripper? Of course I can expect that now.
Rumors I'm a stripper.
Every single step of the way, everything you give them. You don't think
I'd give him.
Now he freaks out.
That's it. I'd give him. I'll see you in court. No, I'll fucking see you in court. I will fucking see you in court. I never fucking said that. I never told anyone that. You fucking trusted me with that, and I've never fucking told anyone that. And you know what, Amber? This is me. This is me saying, I tried. And thank you, and I will see you in fucking court. You don't want to fucking make nice? I'm trying. But you know what? I loved you for so many fucking years, but you know what? You didn't exist. You don't exist. You're not there. You were a fucking made-up thing in my head. I believe you're doing this to me.
Stop.
Can't believe it.
There's no need to be cruel on top of it.
You've been nothing but cruel, and I'm going to court with you.
I'm just sitting here defending myself, and it makes you so angry.
You have not let up. You keep blaming. No, what you just said. What you just said to me. You're defending yourself against me about something I didn't fucking do, and I'm not going to fight with you because I know this shit lasts forever.
I said I could expect it next. I am defending myself.
Excuse me,
I am defending myself.
Excuse me.
I'm defending myself to you on the phone right now, and you're attacking me.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Things to me on top of it.
But can you give me 1 minute, please? May I have 1 minute, please? I'll be right back.
And then he leaves. I love this sound bite that I just played you because it really shows the dynamics of the relationship. It's so toxic. So like something sets Johnny off, which like there was a million things said before that should have set Johnny off and none of them did. And then Amber says something that sets him off and he shuts down. And he goes like 0 to 60 in like a second. But it was like, it's random. And then suddenly she goes into holy moly mode, scared, trying to repair, right? Now, that whole time before then, though, she's berating him and yelling at him, and he's trying to calm her down. And it's like a power struggle, and like different things are setting them off, and it's just like triggers, like they're just triggering each other. And wow, I totally get it now. By the way, what he's denying is not that he didn't physically hit her or vice versa. He's denying that he ever told a secret of hers, which was that she was a stripper to anyone. Now his trigger is like disclosing someone's deepest, darkest secret told to him in confidence. And she's going, but that's not what I said. I said, I think your next move is that. And he doesn't hear her. He just hears that he told her deep, dark secret. This upsets him more than all the other stuff said on the call, which I find very interesting about Johnny Depp's personality, that was the trigger event for him. I guess what it was, if I was to really think about it, was that he feels that Amber never knew who he was, that she would allege that she believes he could be that bad. Okay, so what do I think so far? They're both narcissists. They both love bomb like crazy, right? They both know each other's triggers and trigger each other on purpose. And they add to that they both do drugs. And I think they actually built their relationship, this is totally my speculation, on drugs. Meaning they connected on drugs, they celebrated on drugs, they did drugs a lot. And I think she allowed him in the beginning to do whatever he wanted. And he fell in love with her thinking he could just be who, broken him with all of his broken things, and she was just going to accept him and love him for what he was, and that was what he was really excited by. And then when, over time she gets him where she wants him, and then she's triggered to try to change him or make him better. Listen to her. He won't do what she says. He's like, this is who I am. You knew this. She gets frustrated. He shuts down and hides and acts weirder. She gets more and more egged on and frustrated. She loses control. The abused girl inside of her comes out, and she then starts to abuse him. They bring out the absolute worst in each other. Tragic, really. The only thing I have to say is thank God they didn't have a kid, because they could have in the process of trying on one of these like makeup cycles. So that's good. Anyway, she says a lot of things offline, like, I don't want to be called a gold digger. I don't want to be called all these things. And Johnny doesn't say you are. So I feel like Johnny knows deep down inside, like what they had was real, completely dysfunctional, but real. But yeah. And as far as the pooping in the bed, I have absolutely no idea what the hell was happening there. Because, I don't know if she really meant to do that. But I also didn't see, like, if someone pooped in the bed, I didn't understand. Johnny Depp's like, well, then I knew I shouldn't go to the apartment and get my personal things. I'm like, if someone pooped in my bed, like, meant for me to see it, I'd be, like, getting my personal things even faster. No poop would keep me away. Okay, I'd be like, this person is psycho. I want my kids' pictures. And poop aside, I'm definitely getting in that apartment and getting my stuff out now.